Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Street Champs. Quick shout out to our sponsors, Rocky Mountain Blaze, Big Bear Wine and Liquors, Tacos Navarro, and now Greyscale Tattoo. Fucking anything we're smoking, we got that right from Rocky Mountain Blaze. Anything we're sipping, we got that straight from Big Bear. You know we had them killer tacos before this pod. And fuck, I just got my tat today. Fuck. Yo. All right. Today we're in here with legend Cody Cozz again.
Let's go.
What's up? Glad to be back. Thanks for having me on.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah. Thanks for coming back, bro. Shit.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It was, like I said last time, this was the coolest interview that I've had, you know, and it was, so you guys are just really cool. We vibed well. We became friends after that, so it was
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Hell yeah. We also got Rick G in the house tonight.
Let's go. You guys know who it is.
For sure. So, all right, so, how's things changed since your last interview to get off it?
Pretty good. I mean, there's been some changes. I finally got my final contract back. So our lawyers are looking that over, and then we're going to get that signed, and now we can move forward with radio tour and all that stuff. So hopefully, like, all my timelines changed. I think from the last time, all my songs or my first single was supposed to drop the end of January, early February. Then that got pushed. Then I kind of got like pushed to the side. So then we were like, what the hell?
Oh, man.
So, but that's kind of how it works. You know, I've been in and out of Nashville. I went to a couple events out there, and was able to talk to my mentor, Craig Campbell. And he was just like, hey man, kind of gave me some words of encouragement as I've been sitting patient for a couple months, you know, and he was like, this is just how the business is. And, you know, once he kind of broke it down why it was taking so long, it was just like, it made sense. It was all these different agencies have to come together to like make their contracts, and then his lawyers have to like bring all of those contracts and mesh it with this contract that we receive. So then it just took a lot of time, and now they're reviewing that. Our lawyers are reviewing that contract to make sure we don't get screwed, and then we can move forward after that. So thankfully, it should be soon. I'm not even going to give a timeline this time because I learned my lesson from that.
Yeah, for sure. So when you say like you're not going to get screwed, is that like common? Are most people like trying to like get one over on you, a new artist?
I would say probably. I guess like
in the music industry.
Yeah. I mean, it's like anything. You're trying to work a deal like to get as much money as you can without as, you know. I think what's awesome is that I'm super fortunate to have a guy that is truly in it for me and wants me to succeed, so he wouldn't put me in a position to fail. So he's been really hands-on with the whole process as well, which he doesn't need to be, you know. And like he has people that he can delegate on his staff, on his team to handle things, which mostly it's just been him and his manager that have been dealing with it kind of like right by our side. So, you know, it's I'm very fortunate to have a guy that has been screwed over a couple times in his career where he's lost millions of dollars, you know, and it's like just does. Yeah. So he just doesn't want to see that happen to me, which is amazing. I mean, he's a godsend. I couldn't have asked for something better. So.
And the music industry can be dog eat dog, bro.
Literally.
I hear so many times, because I make music, I rap, I'm in the hip hop kind of scene, and that happens a lot with the hip hop scene. Like somebody gets really eager and then signs, doesn't even, you know what I mean? You're smart, you're getting lawyers with it, you know what I mean? And you're making sure everything's right. That's how you do it.
Totally.
And you heard that from Craig, right? Craig was like, you got to get lawyers.
Absolutely.
You got to see, and that's awesome.
Well, and it's funny. It's funny that you bring that up too, because I actually texted you. What was that guy's name?
DJ Flip.
Yeah.
DJ.
Yeah,
Flip.
and I don't know, like I hadn't heard about him or anything, but I got a random text from this dude, and I kind of like looked him up, and like he's verified on Instagram and everything, but I was just kind of weird. Like he obviously works in hip hop. For the guys that know hip hop, I obviously didn't know who he was, so my first thought was to text Deryk, and I was like, okay, do you know who this is? And he was like, oh shit, yeah, he's done this and whatever. But then, you know, it could have been fake. My guess is that it was probably fake, but he was like, hey, I want to sign you as one of my artists. And I'm like, what? So then I just kind of like played into it to kind of feel it out, because he was like, yeah, I want to give you $150K a month. So I knew, I was like,
that's a lot.
Okay.
What the fuck?
So then I kind of just played it out just to see what would happen. And I said, yeah, let me send you my manager. Did it super professional. I was like,
that's how you do it.
Yeah, here's my manager's email. Shoot him an email. We can, just chat or whatever. And he goes, oh, you can't make your own decisions? And I was like,
there it is.
I was like,
there it is.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, of all people, you should understand, the process. So, it's just like, even if it was fake, it was just, and I've dealt with that before. Like before I was even introduced to Craig, there was a company that reached out to me in Los Angeles, she was from Los Angeles, but her company is from Nashville. And I had a couple of them, but this one in particular really caught my eye. Like, she's real, like she does work with artists, and it kind of was, when you're sitting in a position like you would, like new artists are, you're just like waiting for the opportunities. Mm-hmm. So when that lady kind of hit me up, I was just little, wide-eyed about it. I was like, oh, no way. This is crazy. So I did. I kind of investigated into it a little bit. I talked to her several times, talked to a few of her artists to just feel out the situation. And then she kind of sent me a preliminary contract, and everything that she was saying that I would need to pay her for, I was already doing myself. But the caveat of it was she was asking me to continue doing it myself, but I would just be paying her for her service, which I still to this day couldn't figure out what that would be, other than maybe some connection. But then I just thought, I told her I'm going to pass up on this, because my thought was, man, I'm really, really new at this point to doing anything. So if I'm getting some notoriety, some attention out in Nashville or Los Angeles, I'm obviously doing something right, and something bigger is going to come along, which, God works in mysterious ways, and obviously something did. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
You're put here for a reason.
Yep.
How do you go about telling people like no?
Well, I was trickier earlier on in my career. Now I just have the stones. I'm not afraid to tell people no. And I can be a little more demanding, just with my growth. But it's hard with new artists. Like, you're kind of just a starving guy, and so, I mentioned that on the podcast last time. And when I listened through, I kind of agreed with what I said, but I also disagreed. Like, know your worth, but you also have to know where you're at in your career too. Yeah. There's definitely a time and place where you can demand, like if you're bringing a crowd, if you're bringing all that stuff, a good sound, good equipment, all that stuff, you can be a little more, well, this is kind of what I want. This is what I normally charge. This is my standard fee. But if you're just fresh to the scene, like, you're going to kind of have to take what you get and work your way up. So, there was one point I was playing 4 hours for $100, and obviously I don't do that now. But,
yeah.
Yeah, you told me that story.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
4 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a fucking set.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it is.
4 hours.
All solo, right? Just you and your guitar?
You and the crew?
I just had a binder about that thick with like 60 some songs, and I would just
No crew.
yeah.
Oh, so it was just you and the guitar.
This was fresh.
Oh, shit.
Playing in restaurants and little bars and stuff. So
and I gotta ask, because sometimes people will tune into this interview not knowing that there's a first interview, so go check that out if you haven't. But how long have you been making music?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years. I would say probably a year professionally. So,
see, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, man. But it is like totally a grind, and if you're thinking about doing music, you gotta be prepared for that grind for sure. And like you understand that, and you understand that with the podcast. It's like everybody's got to start somewhere, and you've had Tiana. Mm-hmm. I met her last night. Mm-hmm. She was talking to me about her vlog and stuff, and she was asking me about like nerves and things like that. And how do you get over it? And I said, well, honestly, it's just by doing it. Yeah. You just got to kind of, and then believing in yourself too. Like it takes a lot to kind of put yourself out there. Social media, vlogging, especially, you put your life out there for people. And there's going to be, I told her that, I was like, you're going to get haters no matter what you do. Like people hate you because you're doing things better for yourself. And when you start to grow and they're not doing anything, like it just gets to them in a weird way. I don't know why.
It turns to hate. It turns to like spite.
It does.
And changes them.
For sure. So it's like, you just got to be okay with that and accept that and be comfortable in your own skin, believe in what you're doing, because nobody else is going to believe in your dream more than you, you know? And it's just, so, I mean, it's pretty, for the new people, you know, that's the advice that I would give.
Nice. But yeah, since like your like recent move and stuff, have you felt like you've been experienced that? Like some of your friends are just like, oh, fuck Cody.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Oh man.
It's pretty crazy how the tide switches for sure. Like I said last time, it's always 80-20 for sure. But you'd be surprised who's in that 20%. You know what I mean? After it's all said and done, it's pretty crazy. Like, you know, and then it's you know, the word on the street is so your best friends talking smack, you know, or whatever. And it's hard, but it's like, you know, your circle gets really small, very, very small, and it needs to be. You know, it's kind of pretty interesting, like when and it shouldn't matter, but it does, because it always just will stand out a little bit. But like the people that you think should like your posts or like your or share that, don't ever interact with your socials at all. It is, man. It's always the strangers, you know, and it's like, it's kind of just interesting. But then you run into them in public, or you run into them at parties or whatever, and they're like, oh man, it's so awesome what you're doing. Like, it's so cool to see. Yep. I see all your posts, and I'm like, well, if you see them, why don't you help me and share them, you know?
Throw them out there.
Right. Me. Or like with merch, you know, merchandise or shows, like, you know, hey, can you get us tickets? Hey, can you give me some merch? But they don't want to buy them. You know, it's like, I'm not in a position, I can't, you know, it costs me a ton of money to be able to get merch and to be able, like, there will come a day when I can do that for people. But right now I can't, you know.
Don't forget to buy his merch. Speaking of.
Yeah. But it really is that way. It's just kind of, it's interesting how it kind of just flips a little bit. But I don't know. I mean, like, I think it's for the better, to be honest, because you don't really want those people in your business anyway and in your life. So they can watch from the outside. And to be honest, like, my dad gave me good advice one time. He was like, haters don't hate losers. And that's just the truest statement. Like,
it's so fact.
It is. Yeah. So
why? And that kind of plays into like, why do you think everybody hates Tom Brady so much? Because the man is so fucking good.
He's a winner. He's the GOAT.
A fucking winner. Yes. The GOAT, the greatest of all time. Will there be a quarterback that has as many rings as him? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Because it literally, after he left, it's down to Jimmy G, who has 2. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, that's insane to me. So, like, that statement is 100% fact, man.
Oh, yeah.
People only hate on people that are winning.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's eloquently put. I like that. Your dad's a good one.
Spot on, bro, with that shit. You know? It's fucking... It's crazy to me. Like, it makes me wonder if it's obviously amplified because of social media. It makes me wonder, because we all grew up in a time where, I mean, we're young adults and we're dealing with social media. Back then, they didn't deal with that shit. Right. So hating back then, I kind of wonder how it was. You know what I mean? Totally. Like, when there was no... Because, that, you know, they see you doing it on Instagram, they keep checking back on you, so they fucking keep hating on you because, you know, that's... They're feeling bad about themselves or whatever the fuck it is, you know?
Right.
I wonder how that was back in the day. You know what I mean? When there wasn't this. Mm-hmm. They only seen what was there, what you know, I don't know. It's kind of different.
Yeah.
It's weird. Because social media, it's so easy for us to...
Yeah,
totally.
I see what you're saying. Like, imagine if, like, Elvis or, like, Marilyn Monroe had, like, Facebook or Twitter. Like, you know, they'd be, like, just popped a bunch of Xans, bro. Just popped a bunch of prescription medication. Like, you know, because they were, you know, like, they had dark sides.
I mean,
that
so.
What we didn't see them.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, like I said, you know, we kind of grew up in a weird, like, we were like teenagers, I think, when social media really started popping, I guess. And, like, I I didn't get my first smartphone, I think, until my sophomore year of high school. So it was like,
What kind of phone?
It was a Nokia Windows like 6 or something.
Ooh, he was fancy with it.
Yeah.
Damn, that's what's up, dude.
Couldn't get my parents wouldn't let me get. I had a flip phone before that though.
When was your first cell phone? What grade?
7th grade.
Same.
So
yeah, we're 7th grade cats, dude. How about you?
6th grade.
Oh, you had a stunt.
Because I had a big brother and he had one in 6th grade, and I was like, Mom, if you don't get one,
This is crap.
yeah, I'm gonna go home. But no, I feel like
Gonna run away.
it's a mistake to get a child a cell phone
Oh,
now. So
100%.
Yeah.
iPads too. Like my sister's 10, she's got an iPad, and like that's just the kids today. They cannot, as soon as, like, and I love my sister, I'm not bashing her or anything, but as soon as she gets home, iPad, like, does not go outside, nothing. And she's got Snapchat, TikTok, and you can see it, like, especially I think on the young girls, like they are just maturing so young. It's so insane, and not in a good way either. Mm-hmm. Like, I think social media is very toxic to the youth. Mm-hmm.
It's bad. It's toxic to me, bro. I'd be addicted as fuck to this shit. I got it on my lap like it's a fucking chihuahua, dog. Like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
It is. And if you spend too much time on it, you can feel yourself like getting depressed, I think. But
100%, bro. It's a very toxic thing without people realizing it's toxic.
Yeah. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? Look at that. Well, first I'm like, am I late to work? You know what I mean? After that,
check?
I look the time, and then I look at the notifications right there, right below them. You know what I mean?
First thing you do is grab your phone.
First thing. Yeah. Yep. And it's bad. We sleep next to them. Like, fucking, we don't. I remember when I was a teenager, bro. Like you said, cell phones and all that shit was getting like more advanced and more crazy. My parents tried to take my phone, bro, and I like flipped. Flip.
Yep.
And I like scared myself, bro. Like, it was weird, bro. It was and I'll always remember that. And like, that was the day I kind of remember. I was like, damn, I'm addicted. Phone. I was just, I forgot. It was over dumb shit. You know what I mean? Being a stupid little 16-year-old or whatever the fuck. Oh, yeah. Like, it was bad, bro. And I was like, wow. I'm addicted as fuck to this shit. And like, here I am, like, fucking still.
And the crazy thing is we're talking bad about it, and we're all guilty of it.
I know. And someone's watching on it right now.
And we're not changing it either. We're not going to change it. It's just the way it is.
At least we're artists, so we can be like, well, we kind of need it.
Yeah. That's the excuse of it, for sure.
That's the excuse, dude. And like, you can be like, oh, I'm a content creator. Like, I have to scroll on TikTok and watch videos.
I gotta see what's popping right now. What's in.
I kind of stopped. I don't know. I'm trying to get better about like not reading all the comments. Yeah. You don't have to read them. Just like them.
Yeah.
Like, just love it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just like and then move on.
Yeah.
Like, don't even read. Just boom, boom, and then.
Yeah.
For sure.
Take a piece out of Joe Rogan's book, you know what I mean? He said he don't even read the shits. Like, I mean, you're at a point to where you don't have to like everything or nothing, but like, he don't fucking take any mind of that. The people around him don't take any mind of that. Yeah. Like, they just forget about all of that shit, and that's really hard to do.
It is.
It means especially a lot to the people though. Like, when you like a person's comment, like if Cody was to comment back, be like, "Thank you so much." Like that. Yeah. That shit means a lot.
That shit changes people's like lives.
Sometimes. Yeah. Well, I'm super lucky that I don't really get much hate comments, but and speaking of that, I just did win the award show.
Yeah, and congratulations, bro.
Thank you. And that was for the Fan Army Award. So my fans that come and support me are super amazing, but like, I really do try to take the time to, if they DM me or like my stuff, comment on it, just interact. Like you said, it just makes them feel a little personal. Mm-hmm. And you want that too. You want your people to think, man, this dude really loves me. And I do, like, I genuinely do, as you guys probably do your fans too. So
I love them, and I'll make love to them.
Right. Speaking of that, has anybody ever sent you like titties or something? Or like a good picture of balls or something?
Yeah.
Guy, pause. He says pause.
Well, I heard this joke one time. I was like, how many have you seen? And I was like, and the guy was like, I don't know the number, but I know it's an even number for boobs. And I was like, oh yeah, that's funny. But yes, I've gotten that stuff before. And I get it off the feed right away. I block them. Like I just don't.
So everybody that sends that, you're blocking them out.
Yeah.
Don't send the titties, y'all.
It's not even. It's just you got. For me, you just got to keep it straight. Like I appreciate it. Like I understand it, but it's just.
And you're not single. Are you single? Are you single?
I am.
You are single.
Yeah.
All right. Just make.
I'm chasing my dream, brother. I can't. And that's the thing. I don't know what it feels like to be doing what I'm doing and be a girl, like being like a girl at my side. I can't even imagine dealing with that, to be honest. So
right.
I've tried. I've been in a couple, situations and, not really any of them ended well with just what I'm doing. It's just
dating an artist is very hard.
Yeah. It's just a lot of attention from the girls and, just in general. So it's hard to, even for my family, it's like, I'll go to a show or something and after I'm done, I go out in the crowd and it takes, 40 minutes to get to them or to get to the bathroom. You saw, huh?
True, bro. I was just trying to give him daps last night.
He was like a little fan girl.
I felt like it. No, low key, I felt like it, bro. I was like, he probably knows we're here, but like Tiana and Delilah were like, no, let's go talk to him. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. But I'm glad we ended up. I was trying to search you out anyway, but like I saw you from afar, and then I had to just take pictures, all that. Then I finally got to him. Then there were a few people that came into our conversation. And, I expected it,
but it's just it's part of it. So
that's part of it. Bro.
I took a picture with this lady. Actually, it was so funny. I had to go to UPS to drop off a package, and I had my sunglasses on and everything. I held this door open for the lady, and you just see her go as she walks out, and she goes, "Wait a second, are you Cody?" And I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Do you mind if I get a selfie?" And I said,
that's that must feel crazy, bro.
It's weird. It's just weird, I think, more than anything. Like, it's so cool, and you want to just enjoy it. But it's, it's just weird. It's like,
we do. It's that. So it ties back to our conversation we were having about social media.
Right. Yeah.
Like, good on that?
Yeah.
Like, I remember, so I opened up for, I don't know if you know who Futuristic is. He's kind of, so I opened up for Futuristic, and I forgot to get a picture with him. Like, and I was like, oh, like, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, fuck. But then I like kind of took it back and I was like, man, like I was there. I experienced it.
Right.
And a lot of people don't live in the moment. So I'm going to just take this time to live in the moment.
Yeah.
I took a picture with all the other homies, like Denzel Porter and Big Pun's son was there. You know what I mean? Like Chris Rivers fucking took a picture with all those homies. But I was waiting for the line and like, we were talking, you know what I mean? He was there. We were talking, and then he seen that no one else was there, and then like he's an artist. He's got shit to do, so he dipped. And I was like, oh fuck, I didn't get the pic. I was like, fuck, what did I? You know what I mean? And fucking, I gave him weed and shit. You know what I mean? And fucking, I was like, that's good enough. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't need the picture, like So I'm trying to like learn that about my, and I feel like that experience kind of like taught me like, oh, you don't need it. You opened up for him, you talked to him, you gave him weed, shook his fucking hand, shook the homies' hands. They know who the fuck you are. So like,
and truthfully, they appreciate it. I have come to learn they appreciate that realness more than you taking a picture, because they do. They think the same way that you just said it, like social media, clout chaser, like. And it took me a while to realize that, there's times I've taken pictures with like the bigger artists that I've played with just because I want that keepsake.
I mean, it's the memories.
It
too,
is.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
but as you start growing in it and becoming a part of the in, then it becomes like, you want them to be your friend as opposed to you being their fan. You know what I mean?
So true. And that's so true. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's, and a lot of people hopefully will start. I don't know. I don't see it doing. I kind of see everybody with the phone, the pictures, and that's going to just keep growing. I feel.
Do you think Twitter is kind of run its course?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, they say only 1 in 10 people are on Twitter now. And that's not very much.
Right.
Like, if you really think about it, I'm on Twitter. I love Twitter because I can just kind of say whatever the fuck that comes to mind. And, like, I don't really give a fuck about it, like, what happened, Like, I'll just tweet about the fights and shit. I'm like, damn, he just got knocked the fuck out. Like, what I mean? Just random bullshit that I don't, but other than that, like, I can kind of say that
I think
it's
it'll
grand.
always be a place.
It's like a veteran, bro. It's like a veteran running the course. Like this motherfucker's still running marathons and he's like 55. You know what I'm saying? You know, he used to run marathons back in the day, but now he's just fucking. He running the marathon still. He's better than my time, but he's old as fuck. Yeah, you know, that's just kind of how I see Twitter. Like Twitter's it's been around for like
I don't know. 20 years.
Yeah. I don't know about 20. Well, probably. I don't know. I think it came out in like 2009. So like that's still a lot of years, you know. But no, I could see it dying out. Like
I think it's always going to be a place for news. Like there's always those
current like flash current news. Yeah. Right away news.
Yeah, it is the right away. Yeah.
Yeah. What about TikTok? Do you think it'll run its course?
I mean, eventually, yeah.
I think it's of all of them, like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I think that's the one that's going to run its course. I think
like fastest.
It just turned into what it wasn't supposed to be, kind of like how Vine did, and that's why Vine went away. It immediately is back to that, basically. Like it started out like Vine, everything was funny, but now it's like content. Now you have to watch like 18 parts to be able to figure out something going on.
You're so right. Why are you so right? I didn't think about that until just now.
I just think it's going to go away. People are going to get tired of. I know I am. I'm like,
I'm not on it as much.
I'll watch like a part 1, and then I like, man, I really want to go see it, and then I swipe over to go find part 2, and it's like all the way down at the bottom. You can't even find it. So.
Damn. And I was telling my lady, I was like, back in the day, my shit used to be fire. Like every video I'd watch I was dying, bro. I was like laughing my ass off. It was just random shit. And like, I don't get that anymore. Yeah. Like, it's not like that. Like you said, bro. That's so
my
crazy.
For You page is so strange now. It's like, I know that I never liked anything like that. So this is crap. Who's paying to be on my For You page?
And I want to say it equates to what you post too. They're like, he's posting his fucking, we're going to throw him in this fucking basket. Like, you know, it's weird that. And TikTok changed the game. They changed every single social media, if you think about it. Every single one was changed after
100%.
That. Now they're all like it. It's fucking weird.
It's crazy how many people have become so famous off of TikTok. Now they're like our like current celebrities. It's just weird. They're like musicians. Some of them that were TikTok dancers became like singers. Some of them are now in movies. Like the TikTok singers are ruling the music industry.
Are you an Island Boy guy?
No, they suck.
Hey, thank you.
Would you collab with them?
Never. I wouldn't sell my soul.
I wouldn't sell my soul.
Because I'm an island boy.
Right? Oh my god.
I'm gonna clip that.
Yeah, we're just gonna clip that, and that's gonna be the clip.
You guys like that falsetto, or
yeah, it was pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I mean, you didn't have to flex, but
have you ever like tried to making content, like your music content, specifically for like 7-second videos or 30-second videos?
Actually, yes. They say so. Like I've been kind of told that 30 seconds is the max. You shouldn't go beyond 30 seconds because nobody's watching past that. If you do, it's kind of like, it's really rare.
Is that specific to TikTok?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep.
Good to know.
And so like if I post a song, it should be maybe one verse chorus, and that's like a minute usually. So it's technically it should be a chorus.
Yeah, I was about to say like end of the verse into the chorus, and then damn.
So
that's good to know, bro. A lot of people don't know that type of shit. They'd be posting their 2-minute goddamn. Because I think that's where TikTok fucked up.
Yeah.
Why are y'all doing the long videos?
Yeah.
Why'd you guys do that? Limit to a minute.
Yep.
A minute.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Well, and the crazy thing with it too, I also learned that it's like insider trading. So all these content people, the big wigs of TikTok, they actually get so like a week in advance, everything is kind of a week behind. So like all of the hashtags that are gonna be viral for that week, they actually get those prior to the week coming. So then they'll know what to post.
Oh, what? Yeah. What kind of shit is that?
Like who? Like call them out? Like
call these motherfuckers.
Probably
just
like
the big
that.
ones,
Yeah,
bro.
the big ones that we all think.
Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah,
like
D'Amelio,
those
Addison Rae. I would say even some of the and they even told me like in my contract, the people who are going to be doing my socials and stuff, they're like, yeah, we're going to start sending you the weekly hashtags. And I was like, what? So then I asked them about it. I was like,
that's so crazy.
Yeah, because they told me this whole rundown. Like, you should be posting every day on TikTok. Like, and it's true. I mean, you got to get into the algorithm. It's weird how it works. to me, I looked at it like, Jesus Christ, I do not want to post that much. And
it's hard to think of that
content. It is. And it's almost like I'm not a big fan of social media. So for me to saturate my social media is like, Jesus. So I'm happy that it's going to be taken over for me so I don't have to worry about it. But
and do you have to send in photos for that or something?
Probably.
Or how does that?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Maybe like a Dropbox type thing.
Yeah.
You just kind of upload and then
I think the TikTok thing is just like I would have to film the video. And I don't know how that one's gonna work because that one's a lot more personalized. They might have you
like draft it or something, like maybe draft it on the TikTok, leave it in your drafts, and then they do the rest from there or something.
For sure.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
That's
I'll
still
let you guys
doing
know
it though. Like at the end of the day, it's kind of weird.
It is.
You're still doing it, like
right. And I think a lot of it comes down to yourself anyway. But
it does.
I don't know. TikTok's weird.
It is weird, bro. It changed everything.
It did change everything.
It's fucking weird, bro.
Damn. So like, do you feel like you're happier when you're not on social media all the time? Then is what you're saying?
Yeah, because there's times that I don't even realize I haven't posted in a long time, and then my like count and everything goes down, and I'm like, oh shoot, I need to post something, because I'll just get so content with being off of it, and then it's literally just like that. Oh shit, I better start posting something. I've totally spaced that. Because it'll push you out the algorithm, and
it will.
Yeah, it's crazy how it works, and you can't afford to lose that viewership, So I don't know. I know that I have a lot more anxiety because I am worried about that. I'm like, shit, did I just screw myself over? Am I going to get enough likes to sell these tickets? So it's kind of, I would be much happier without social media, and I think anybody could vouch for that, but who knows? We're all guilty. We're still going to get on it.
True. That's so true. So if Cody Cozz could live in the 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, what decade would you pick?
That's a good question.
Well, and I'm talking current, your age now.
Okay.
Go through, like, you're living your music career through this decade.
Damn.
What would you...
Well, like in the last podcast, I'm a huge classic rock fan, so it'd be probably the 80s, early 90s.
There you go. I dig that.
And if I could be like making it as a rock star, I mean, there's nothing bigger than that level of music.
Seriously.
I mean, you could think, you could talk about Elvis, the Beatles, like all that stuff, the Stones, but there was you don't really listen to those guys much anymore, but when AC/DC pumps Hell's Bells, like everybody knows that, or Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. Who doesn't know that song?
Exactly.
But could you imagine being the lead singer of that band, like worldwide tours? Like there was just selling out millions of, they would do stuff outside and have millions of people at their shows. That would be insane. I can't even imagine that.
Right? Oh, that would be insane. And those shows are so fun. Like those are like... Everyone is having that's every show really, but a rock show is fucking, especially an old school rock show, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
Fucking Astroworld.
Yeah. True.
I think that happened after your first interview, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Fucking.
What'd you think about that?
I was, I don't blame him for not being able to see it. Right. To be honest. People, yeah, it's like, what is he gonna do? Yeah, he's still there to put on a show. And in fact, it was crazy because like 2 weeks after that, I played in Wyoming, and a girl tore her ACL on the dance floor while I was playing. Ow. And it was like that whole situation. I stopped. I was like, "Are you okay?" And she almost kind of like looked at me like, "Don't bring the attention to me."
Fuck.
And then I'm like, I kind of looked at the audience. I was like, I just want to make sure she's okay. Just somebody come check on her. So they're like working, and I like kind of look. I was like, I've never been in this position before. Do you guys want me to play like a slow song for you? And they were like, yeah, that's fine. Just go ahead and play. So I just made sure. I was just like, okay, I'm good to play. Don't want anything going on like that, But there was like 100 people there, maybe. Oh, so it was not. It's not like it was Astro World or something, but
it was like a private event.
It was at like there was probably more than 100. Man, I'm really close to this mic. I'm like
kissing it.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Somebody left their lip gloss on this thing.
Really?
No, just kidding.
Damn.
But
yeah, I mean, I could only imagine what an artist would go through after they see one of their own fans die at their own concert.
Yeah.
That shit would be crazy, bro.
I feel like he didn't care though.
Like after the fact, or
Right.
after
the fact.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I just like at some point you just gotta be like, again, what is he gonna do about it?
Yeah.
He wasn't the one that did anything. You know, like his job is literally to pump up the crowd and get them going, sell music, sell tickets, make money for the venue that he's playing. You know, I don't think that. Why would the blame shouldn't be put on a guy that had nothing to do with it, and neither should like the people that were around the person that was dying. Like, it was purely an accident. Nobody intentionally tried to kill this person. Yeah. So it's like, I would say the people that were more affected by it were the people around it that were like, man, what could I have done different? But what the hell is he going to do? He's like 200 feet away on a stage.
Fucking giant thingy.
Yeah. Like, if he went out into the crowd, he'd probably get killed.
He's got shiny gloves on. So, like, what's he going to,
Why do you think he'd get killed?
People would go crazy.
Oh, like they just mob him?
They would mob him.
There's just so many.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. And that would make the crowd surge even more.
Yeah.
And then
people would go nuts.
Like try to steal his pants and shit.
Probably.
I bet if he would have went to do anything or like went down into the crowd, anything, more people would have died.
That's insane. That's insane to think of, bro. That's like, what's that called? Like
just the crowd, bro. So many people.
Yeah, like Beatlemania, that shit. Like he brought him up. Like that shit happened.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
Like they would just rush him wherever they went.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Justin Bieber type shit.
Yeah, people forget this has happened before, man.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna not happen again because there's just so many people, man, in one spot. Like they say, like you're just fucking in there, bro, and then you like you can't breathe, and then you just pass out, and then you're on the ground. No one knows you're on the ground. Like it's just a mess. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's crazy. Fuck. How long ago was that now? It's been
a little while.
A little while. What?
Was it after Christmas or before Christmas?
I think it was before
I
Christmas.
want to say it was before Christmas. Yeah.
Low key, I don't even remember, bro. Shit, coronavirus, World War III, bro.
Coronavirus.
Shit blended all together.
Funny anymore.
Coronavirus is done, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He didn't tell you. He canceled it. He got rid of it.
I did. I was like,
Thank
no
you.
more coronavirus for
Thank
anyone.
you.
I got you.
I've been waiting for that day for a long time.
If Street Champ says it, it's done.
It's done.
It's over with. Okay. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Damn, I'm gonna get some more water real quick.
All right. Yeah. Grab that. But. How many shows do you play? Like
quite a lot.
A month. Like, I'm kind of curious.
Right now is a little different. I know I've had to hold off a little bit just because of this radio tour. Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know when they're gonna need me, but I also am like, well, I can't just sit there, and do nothing. So I just started to book stuff on my own, and then if I have to cancel for whatever reason, it's okay, But I know this radio tour will be pretty hefty.
What's a radio tour?
It's like where you go introduce yourself to the nation pretty much. So like you just travel state to state, you get on the radio, like your single it will be circulating and they'll play it, but they're going to be like, "Hi, what's your name?" "Oh, my name's Cody Cozz. I'm country music singer, whatever. This is my single." Maybe you'll play on air. They'll probably play your song, and then they'll sponsor an event that evening in the town you're in, wherever you're at, and then you'll play like a set. That's and move on to the next place.
That's badass.
So
I kind of knew it was kind of like that too. And so you're going to be doing those morning radio interviews,
right?
And show in the nighttime. Pack up, next city.
And it's just basically all acoustic at this point because I can't afford to travel a full band yet, but hopefully soon.
Hey man, you kill it on the fucking acoustics, bro. Like
Thank you.
You don't need. I mean, everybody needs a band. You want a team, but like you're killing it by yourself.
Thank
bro.
you.
Like that's fucking tight, dude. So how many cities you think?
I don't even know. I know we're going to start back over on the West Coast, since that's where I'm from and stuff. So, we're going to start that way and work back towards Tennessee, and then finish probably in Tennessee.
Is it like local stations or is it more like
both? It'll be both. It will probably be both. I know like as far as the coverage of like the nice thing with like iHeartRadio and those national stations, like 96.9 covers 90 stations. So it's like, it's a crap ton of people. So you really don't have to do too much. You know, it's still going to be a lot of travel, a lot of shows and stuff. But the nice thing is you get paid. You know, you get paid to do it all.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's badass.
And then it's just like, you don't realize what the power of radio really is still. You know, it's a lot of people listening in. So, you know, it's yeah. But we'll see. I hope it's cool.
For the best interview, Cody Cozz, bro.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm gonna have to let you know if I get somebody better.
Have you ever thought about like when you're doing this radio tour of maybe hitting up local podcasts in that city to do a little side podcast tour? I think you should do that, bro, because podcasts are the new wave.
Yeah.
You never like, and if you have the time, you know what I mean. You're gonna be a busy fucking guy doing all of this, but if you have that, you know, power to maybe be like, hey, I have a radio interview today, but I like podcasting. Do you guys want to do like an hour podcast or something?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should maybe think about doing that, bro.
That would be a good
sick.
idea. And I'm sure that they'll probably do some things like that, but it would be definitely more like country music oriented.
A lot of radio stations have their own podcasts now.
Right.
Anyways.
So
that makes sense.
I would say it would probably be like themed stuff, you know.
Makes sense.
I know that like Craig does quite a few podcasts every month. They're all different things, but it's all radio driven. Like you said, they have their own podcast or like a, you know, not the lead anchor, but like a side anchor, we'll do station. Something. Yeah. So, but that's a good idea. I never thought about it.
Yeah, it's just something simple, easy. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you have the time, it's gonna be. This is new to you. You know what I mean. You're gonna learn all of it. So that's if you have time. You know?
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully I can take all that info and then come back here and be like, this is what I know.
Yeah,
just take it.
Yeah. See, there you go,
Cody
bro. We
Cozz
love
3.
that. Yeah. See, that would be sick.
That's fire.
I'm gonna start turning into what's a Rocky. Yeah. Rocky has like 7 movies.
Hey, and you're honestly the first guest to ever have 2 interviews. So like that's huge, cool. Bro. Like
that's
you're the
awesome.
first one. That's tight.
Well, as far as I know, the feedback from the first one was very good. So I got a lot of DMs from people and a lot of following from your guys' following. So which is good. It's a whole different demographic of music and people that haven't heard of me, and hopefully, you know, my info will help them out in whatever way possible. I know it's a different genre of music, but a lot of things run the same.
Yeah, you're spitting gems. You're spitting gems that anyone could relate to, bro. Right. If you're making music or making content or just like, I don't know, just trying to be a decent person, bro. Like you're speaking on like family, like growing up, all that shit. So yeah,
cool
for sure.
Yeah,
well,
and I want to sometimes think of hip hop as a bubble. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like not necessarily street champs, but sometimes like when you're. Because we get a lot of artists that listen in, you know, like hip hop artists and stuff, and people like their fans and their family or whatever. And, you know, sometimes people outside of that love hip hop. And they kind of are in a bubble and they kind of forget about other genres. Yep. You know what I mean? Like they don't know that you're doing this. They don't know that you're out here killing it because they don't, you know, necessarily listen to country or what have you, or rock or whoever it can be. And it's really cool to kind of that. And I told him when he got that first interview, I was like, I wanted to meet him because I seen you at the Chili for Holy Festival, bro.
Oh yeah,
I seen you in the tent, and I was like, damn, he's fucking got the pipes, man. He's fucking killing it. So ever since then, I'm like, damn, I want to meet that guy. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't do that, bro. A lot of people don't. And I don't really listen to country all that much. You know what I mean? But I respect the fuck out of you because you're fucking out here killing it, and you know you're fucking doing it in my town. You know what I mean? And you said you're from the West. Where are you born? Like
I was born in Pueblo, so
See?
I'm from
Boom,
Pueblo.
From
I went to Pueblo West High School though.
Yeah, that's what.
This guy didn't even listen to the interview.
I know. I'm sorry. I honestly, to be honest, I don't listen to a lot of like the interviews and stuff. I don't listen to our own show. Like I can't. Yeah. It's weird for me to hear myself talk and shit.
Yeah, I get that.
But I do need to go back and look at it, and so do you guys. If you guys haven't heard that first interview, you need to go back and listen to it straight up.
Yeah. What about you though? How often are you listening to your own music?
Good question.
Oh man, that's a good question too. I would say it's similar. I think, you know, in the like you got to understand the recording process itself has been like a year done. Like, so the amount of times I've listened to those songs that are mine is ridiculous. Like hundreds and if not thousands of times listened to it. Just different versions, different, you're like listening, trying to pick out certain parts that sound weird or like that you want changed. And the nice thing is I had control of that for the most part. But there was a period where I was literally just listening to the music part of it. And it's like, hey, do you want anything changed? Because now we have to move forward. And it's like, no, I think everything sounds good. Okay, we're going to tweak what we think needs to be tweaked, which is like...
That's your label?
Yeah, yes. But it's more so like not necessarily instrumentals. It's more just like to make it like mixed better. Like to where all them instruments mesh better.
Different mix.
Yeah. So like I wasn't able to hear it with all of that stuff mixed or anything. So then they would send me what they would say the final copy is or whatever, and it would sound great with no lyrics. And then they gave you a period of time basically to like sing the song to the music. And then I went back out and then we cut vocals. It took a couple days to do that. And then it was kind of a similar process. They had to take the vocals, layer it in, and mix it to where it doesn't sound like what you would expect, just a random dry vocal on top of great sounding instrumentals.
Dang, that's crazy. It's a lot of different
it was
sending.
I mean, just the recording process alone was 5 or 6 months.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it took a long time and super pro quality. Like
the highest of high quality you could ever. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, it is gonna, but then the amount of times you listen to it after, you're just like, God, does that sound good? I mean, there were times like the first few times I heard it, I was like, God, I was expecting more. I was expecting
like, out of all
better.
Of this,
right?
Yeah.
And then you sit and listen to it a billion more times. And you're like, man, this actually sounds great. I don't know why it works that way, or it would be, the first song that I listened to is what's going to be my first single, and it's called On My Way. And I remember the first time I listened to it, I was just like, this is great. Like, this is phenomenal. But now I rarely even listen to the song anymore because I'm just like,
you've heard that shit
so much. Now I'm ready for like new songs. I'm like, I want new songs. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a weird situation, and you're like, nobody's even heard those songs yet.
They don't even know that they exist.
Yeah. So it's a kind of a strange process, but I mean, you guys have probably heard that with artists before too, where it's like, man, I just hate singing these songs now. It's like, or I saw one on TikTok.
You've just moved on.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's kind of, some of the songs that I picked out of my catalog. I asked Craig, I was like, why'd you pass up on those, or why? Because they're so good. I'm like, they're so amazing. And he's like, honestly, it's just time. Like, some of them were written 10 years ago, and they're like, just time has gone by. They've written new music, like stuff that they like better. It's like you said, it just gets old. It gets old. And the thing with the Nashville labels, like these big labels dictate what you can and can't do. So it's like, no, that doesn't sound like you. We're not going to let you put it out. So they're like,
and you're like,
damn it.
And you're like, that was my favorite song.
Yes, exactly. So it's kind of a weird dynamic that goes on out there. But
so is the vault heavy? Like, I know you have a vault of songs that you
like for myself, like I have probably what I have written just for myself is probably 20 to 30 songs complete, and then the catalog I have from Nashville is 40 deep probably. Damn. So the top 6 that I picked were what I thought was the best. That was my first EP, but then I had probably about 15 total that were like, if I had to create an album, a full album, this is what would be on it. So those are all sitting on the back burner, and I like to listen to those a lot. Right. I like to sing to those, or kind of make notes on how I would want things arranged or changed, or
exactly that. When you're an artist and you're listening to your own music, man, it's more you're not listening, you're analyzing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Every time you listen to it.
Every fucking time, man. And it's different, you know, because people are listening to that, and that's why it ties back to the old song thing. Like, people have a very strong emotional connection to certain old songs, and when an artist kind of doesn't perform those songs, it gets personal. It's just, music's a weird thing, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, and the way that us as humans take it and like grasp onto it and hold on to it like it's our kids or something, you know?
It's so emotional, you know, like that emotional connection to a song, depending on how you're feeling when you hear it. Like, like you said, the fan will tell you if you're doing it wrong or something. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
that's crazy. Music is so crazy, man. It's so powerful.
Yeah.
A lot of people just forget that sometimes. Sometimes they just think they just get in their car and the radio turns on. You know what I mean? Like it's a powerful thing. I mean, that's kind of what brought us together here. I mean,
literally,
fucking music, dude. Like, that's so crazy to me. Sound waves. Like, it's just sound waves hitting our eardrum. Like, it's wild to think about.
Hell yeah. What hip hop are you listening to right now?
Nothing right now. I haven't even listened to hip hop in so long.
Damn.
Probably a couple months.
What was the last like artist you like were really jamming?
Man, I don't even know.
He's gonna say Nicki Minaj or something.
Yeah,
For real.
Doja Cat. Megan Thee Stallion. No,
Both
kidding.
fired.
No, Charlie D'Amelio's sister, whatever her name is.
I have no idea.
I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking.
I was like, does she have a sister?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn, we're not tapped in with TikTok no more, man.
We're behind on the page.
I mean, like you said, our algorithm's all fucked up. We're like not interested no more, man.
I think I listened to like Ric Flair Drip at the gym or something. It came on.
Isn't that from like 2016?
Yeah. That's right. The last time it was just on my shuffle, you know. I was like, but then you listen to it, you're like, man, this was good. But
I mean, I don't blame you. A lot of the because I'm assuming you listen to country all the time, right?
Most of the time now, yeah.
When you make that type of music, you listen to that type of music because you get influences.
Oh yeah.
I understand completely, man. Like,
now we got to get you tapped in with some hip hop.
He says, "No, fuck this."
You got to. Would you ever make like a hip hop like country song?
Well, actually, we're about to freestyle right now. I'm gonna put on a beat and we're gonna. Just kidding.
What about like a EDM country song?
Probably more so that I would say. Yeah.
That'd be sick. I feel like that's really popular.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How would that go together well though? Like, has anybody done that?
Yeah,
before?
I think that's happened. Like Do-Si Do with Diplo and he came to Pueblo for Bands in the Backyard this last year.
Fetty
Uncle
Wap.
Cracker?
Benny Blanco White? No, Blanco something.
Blanco Brown.
Blanco Brown, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, Blanco Brown and Diplo did a Do-Si
Damn,
Do.
is that fire? What? I've
pretty
never
fire.
really heard of country EDM mix. That's tight.
Yeah.
I would probably do more of that than the country pop thing, the country rap. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of it, so I don't think that I could do it. It just doesn't sound right, man. The country rap thing sounds so stupid.
Weird. Yeah.
I just can't get into it.
He loves it.
That's all I listen to.
Country rap?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Name your 3 favorite artists.
Yo, fucking one island boy and then the other island boy.
Oh, yes.
Colt Ford can be in that category. People love him, and he's so bad.
What do you think of Jelly Roll?
I like him, actually.
He's not even really that type of...
No, he's got soul, dude.
He's a soul,
He's been through some shit, and he says it in his music.
Isn't he dying right now?
Yeah.
From what?
Probably being overweight.
He used to drink a lot, and
Heart
he's still
problems.
drinking a lot. Literally, the doctor's like, I think you should stop drinking. He's like, not going to happen, dog. And he's like, well, I guess you should probably just stick to tequila. So he only drinks tequila now.
Why tequila?
Because it's something better. I don't fucking forgot. I listened to it in an interview, but I
thought
forgot what it
vodka.
was.
I thought vodka was the one that was like healthy.
Oh, is it vodka? I don't know. I forgot. We'll have to listen to that interview.
Yeah, because tequila I know is, but I was pretty sure that
I
it
wonder
was
if
like people
I wonder
that
if
are
he
on.
was just like pick clear, and he's like, I don't like vodka. I'm just pick tequila.
Right.
I think
Possibly.
that's probably what happened. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I heard a thing one time like people that are on diets, they drink vodka because it's like got barely any calories and stuff.
Huh. You hear that? Buy some vodka at Big Bear.
Yeah,
Bust
there
out
you
the
go.
vodka real quick. No.
Yeah, right? No, fuck no. I cannot drink right now.
Yeah, why not?
He couldn't hang with the country clan last night. Shouldn't say it like that.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't. Yeah, he probably shouldn't say it like that.
Well, the guys that called me racist like 2 years ago, come at me.
You even came in here with a white hat on.
God.
Oh no!
Quick connect.
Get out of here. Got the white shirt.
But no, let's reel back to you couldn't hang. What the fuck?
Yeah, he didn't. He just totally bailed.
Well,
he
first off-
said he drank like half a beer.
Explain
Yeah,
yourself.
facts. No, first off, I drove everyone because it was Winston's birthday. Happy birthday, Winston.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Winston.
Yeah,
But
let's go.
I drove everyone because I'm a nice guy. So I only had 2 beers and fucking.
That's still drunken driving. Get him. Oh yes.
No, it was
Just
like what,
kidding.
the concert was like 3 hours, 4
Oh,
hours.
yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And he's
Fucking-
still hungover.
We went out, bro. We went out last night and with 2 of the girls, Delilah and Tiana, and they're pretty girls, and all the guys were just like all over them, and me and Winston were just like, yeah, it's like just all high, just drinking our beers in the corner. But like they were pretty chill. They just we just went out dancing at the Favorite, which is not my favorite. Hate that place.
You hate that place. Why you hate it?
Just fucking looking for a fight if you go there. I feel like just nothing but fights.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
Do you go out in Pueblo?
Not anymore. Can't.
Why?
Get mobbed.
Really?
Yeah. So the last time that I went the very last time I went out, I went to like my spot, which was the Gutter House in Pueblo West, to go watch a concert. I just wanted to be a fan. And I wasn't playing or anything. Didn't watch one lick of the concert at all. Couldn't. Just kept getting talked to. And then these drunk ladies like were grabbing on me. One like scratched the crap out of my neck. And then my manager had to come over and grab me and was like, "You need to leave." Because he was one of the co-owners at the time.
Oh fuck.
And he was like, "You need to leave. It's not safe for you." So I was like, dang. Like I was just so pissed about it. So I left so mad, just kind of cussing in the car. Just, this is crap, Mm-hmm. And
Fuck.
yeah.
Should have rocked the Kanye hood.
I know.
Oh, dude.
So then that's why I have Big Mike. Because,
He's intimidating. He's big.
yeah. You'd be surprised
He
what
better
that
be Big
does.
Mike. Hell
You
yeah,
know,
fucking-
like it's just, and it's not even a bad thing. It's just you guys all know drunk people. I mean, they just can't.
They cross the line.
Sometimes.
It's like line crossing. You know
Totally.
what I mean? Like
So,
fucking-
I don't mind Gil, but now it's starting to kind of spread even into like Colorado Springs when I go out up there too. It's just like,
is that Cody Cozz?
Yeah.
And you're just like,
yeah, I just want to turn it off sometimes. Just
Have
let
you
me-
ever just been like, no, my name's Nathan?
Not yet.
Not yet? You haven't tried
I
that
was
yet?
tempted to. I thought about it about the UPS thing
Oh, fuck.
that I said earlier. I thought about saying, no, I'm not. So, but I didn't. I just
I
can't.
feel like people would be like, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
That was
ZZ.
sick.
ZZ's crazy,
Plug.
bro. Are you a cat or a dog guy?
I'm a dog guy.
Same. How many dogs you got?
3.
Oh, what
Yeah.
kind? What breeds you
One's
got?
one's a cockapoo. That's my sister's dog, and then I bought 2 of them. One's a dachshund, and then the other one was a rescue, and she's like a German Shepherd Catahoula mix. She's the best dog that I've ever
Love her.
Yeah, her face. Oh my gosh, the best dogs are the ones that like show emotion, and that is her in a nutshell.
Oh, yeah.
I love her so much.
Dang, so those are the ones you'd be missing on tour. when
So
you be
much,
going out.
dude. I love being able to come home and see her.
Just hug on 'em, bro.
Oh man, and she's just so, like now that I'm in Nashville too, it's hard because I know she wouldn't be, I just get busy and I know she wouldn't be taken care of, and I know that was something that my parents talked to me about. Like, hey, do you want to give her to someone else? I was like, not a chance.
Dude,
like, there's
you're like,
no way that I
no.
could give her to someone else. And she's only 2. She's just a pup, but like. I just
ZZ.
I know.
Dude.
What a monster right now, bro.
Dude,
she smells the vodka.
a terror. Yeah, dude, she's terrorizing.
Get out of here.
Dude, not with the merch, dog. What the
Bro,
fuck?
I have to.
ZZ.
Nice.
But yeah, I bet pet connections are fucking real. 100. That's
Oh,
like
totally.
that. You can always the worst day you can have in the world, and you can always come
Yeah.
home and they'll always give you the lovins. That's my favorite part about pets,
yeah.
bro. Because they don't know about none of that
Loyal.
bullshit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not at
Sometimes
all.
she pisses me off.
What?
You're gonna spray her?
Sometimes she pisses me off. Like,
Yeah, like right now. Look, dude, she's all licking it, bro. That's the first time you squirted her in like a month. Yeah, like she like didn't even know
what was that for.
Like,
well, I swear he would grab the bottle and then just go and not squirt it. I'm like, bro, she's not.
It's bath time.
She knows the noise. That's all it takes.
She didn't give a shit. She's even like, all right,
all right, get off. I run this show.
Yeah, she's like, I'm in this bitch.
Get out of here.
You squirted the table.
I know, it hit her and then just slid right off like nothing. She didn't even.
Look, she knows she's chilling now. That's all I wanted.
Cats are uncontrollable.
Anyway,
how do you feel about cats?
So. Yeah, I've grown to like them.
She likes you.
Let's see.
She's like, back up, son.
I ruined it.
Yeah. See, she's like, yeah. See, this is why I was trying to go behind the screen.
She knows the noise.
No, she doesn't, dog. And see, this is why I brought up dogs. No, I'm just kidding. Freaking ZZ.
Sorry,
always
ZZ.
had to take the shine.
I know.
She doesn't even play guitar. Like, don't even mind it.
I feel bad. I if I was a cat, bro, I'd want to be like out and about all day. I wouldn't want to be an inside cat. She's an inside cat.
She is an inside cat.
Yeah.
You're right.
You know?
You just let her run, dude.
I don't want her to die. I love
She's
her.
in the neighborhood for it.
To die?
No, not
She's
to die.
in
To
the
live her life. Like,
Nah,
T.I.
this is a bad... Exactly.
live your life.
This is a bad neighborhood for cats.
I would probably agree.
Yeah.
Actually.
But, all right. So Nashville, what are you doing when you're not making music in Nashville?
Writing. I don't know. It's like that is my job, so I don't know. Yeah, I would say not making music, man. That's tough.
Yeah, I was about to say anything non-music related.
I'm like, I don't do anything.
He's all, I take showers.
Yeah. I go to sleep. Yeah. I take showers. That's funny.
You have like friends there?
Yeah,
Like
I do.
That you
yeah.
met there?
Mm-hmm. So actually, the funny thing is there's this girl, her name's Gianna, and she's from Pueblo.
Oh, really?
Gianna Norton is her name. She went to Centennial High School, and then she started working for a radio station at 96.9. Met this guy, Sean Patrick, who's really connected. He's the voice of 96.9. And then kind of connected her to continue expanding her career. She ended up moving to Nashville, now works for like this company. I don't really know what it's called, but it's like if any artist in any genre or industry has to get a brand deal, she is the assistant to the CEO of that company.
Damn.
So she like, the coolest thing is she helps me with a lot of connections too. And she's actually going to be my manager, like my full-time manager moving forward, because she's awesome. But she invites me to all kinds of stuff, and like just through her company, like her boss gets invited to all these big things, and it's like, I don't really want to go. So he'll send her as a representative, and me getting to be a +1 to all this stuff.
Damn, that's fire.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. And she actually just got me a write with one of Garth Brooks' big writers, which I don't know if you guys know who Garth Brooks is, but
Fuck yeah.
so
I'm typed
We
in.
know Garth.
Yeah.
We know Garth, bro.
so I mean, if I can get into that circle, even like crazy.
That's fire. Have you ever been starstruck at any of these type of events? Have you ever? When's like the time that you've been like, holy shit, like I'm here, like that moment? You know, has that ever happened yet? Or
I would say probably 2 times. Well, like 3 times. I know the first big artist that I opened for, his name's Chancey Williams, which he just won Entertainer of the Year.
Damn.
And for the RCMAs, which is the award show that I was at. So he's like just big, very big regionally, known nationally, but just he's more of like a regional star. But he's got great music. And the first time I met him, I was like, that was my first time opening for anybody that was even relevant.
Of stature.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like I was like pretty starstruck for that, because I had no idea how to act or behave. Like I was just like, hi, Mr. Williams, I'm a big fan. Like, thank you for letting me, do this,
All
just
assertive.
Yeah, super uncomfortable. Totally made him weirded out.
You're all shaking.
Oh man. And now him and I are good friends. Like so it's pretty cool. He took me on the road with him for a little bit, and I got to open up for some shows that he was playing, which really helped me get like in tap with his following too, which he has a huge following in the region. So yeah, so that really helped me out, and like it was just cool to win an award, and he was actually sitting literally right behind me at the award show, so we got to kind of experience all that together. And yeah, and then I know when I'm like kind of acted that way, the booking agent was like, "Hey man, you got to chill out."
Really?
Yeah. So that was kind of code word for me to be like,
damn, so you were visibly fucking...
Yes, dude, I was like, I can't even make it up. I was so awkward. Like, I just didn't know how to be, man. So then...
he's all breathing all hard.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Williams. Yeah. Clip that, too.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one.
Yeah. That's for you ladies out there.
Oh, no.
Ooh, that's how he moans. He's giving you a
He'll
snippet.
block you.
Yeah, he will block you, yeah.
But yeah, and then when I the two that I really was starstruck and I had to pretend not to be was Josh Turner when I played with him at Memorial Hall. That was crazy. Like, he was the biggest artist that I would say to this day played with, besides like Clay Walker. But I think Josh Turner currently, I would say he still sells out, concert halls.
Yeah.
It's not like he's
big ass seat. Fucking,
right.
Yeah.
So like that was pretty unbelievable, and he was so awesome. Just is great see, that's the cool thing again with my mentor. He knows everybody and is so well respected in the industry that it's like if I tell anybody that I'm working with him, it's immediately like, oh shit, like they just give me respect right away. So it's just awesome.
Dude. Who you know in the music industry.
It is
big.
Definitely.
I feel like that's kind of with all industries too, everywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it's who you know.
It is who you know, for sure.
Networking is everything. People forget that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking crazy, bro. That's badass. Those are some pretty big moments, man.
Yeah.
Those are fucking huge moments.
It was crazy. So
so now you've played a lot of shows. You've played a lot of different stages. I want to hear your story on your biggest bomb. Like, what's your biggest bomb story, bro? Like to where you're just like, fuck, my career's over. Man. Fuck this. Like, have you ever had a huge bomb story, or maybe like one near it?
I think so. Like, and I honestly think it would probably be. Man, I don't even remember who I opened for. I might not have even opened for anybody big, but I played this. Let me think real quick.
Yeah, you're good, I know, bro. Think about it.
There was one. Okay. So I think there were two that really helped me learn. But the first one that I would say is the number one was in Grand Junction. The first time I played at this place called Warehouse 2565. Mm-hmm. And it's a big concert venue. And they bring in a lot of acts, and that was the first time I had been there. I was kind of nervous, but it was a venue that I wanted to play at for a long time. And I remember I kind of played my typical songs, and this was the lesson that I learned, that nobody cares about really what you like. They want to sing along and
with what they like.
Yes. And so like I've learned that being an opener, you kind of just have to play like the Sweet Home Alabama, Friends in Low Places, stuff.
The classics.
Yeah, stuff that people sing to, because it just gets them amped up for the headliner, which is your job as an opener. But I remember this dude, I'm not even kidding you. It was like I was just struggling that night. Like I was so nervous anyway. So like I was putting that out on stage, and I was pretty sweaty, like breathy with my singing. And I was still singing good, and I was still getting good reception. But then there was this drunk dude that was like way over here sitting at a table with like his college girlfriend and all her girlfriends. Like, and I remember he was like, okay, get off the stage, play something faster, like so loud, dude.
That's the worst when you hear it.
I just like in my pit of my stomach, I was like, God. So I would say that was definitely my biggest bomb. And then the second one was kind of a similar situation. It was just, I just played like what I liked. I just didn't know better at that point. I was just still kind of trying to learn and cutting my teeth like we all do.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was kind of pretty much the same. Nobody was into it.
There's all turning around and shit.
Yeah. Like, I was like, I did something wrong. I gotta rethink this. So
Damn.
Seeing that breaks a lot of people sometimes. Like, people don't think about it, man. I mean, as humans, we're so naturally attached to negative shit that the positives don't shine through a lot for some people. So it's good that, you know what I mean, you knew how to take it on the chin, because for a lot of performers, they can have all the talent in the world, but if they can't take that shit on the chin, they're not gonna, you know what I mean? It's not gonna help.
It's how you battle adversity, man.
It is.
Take it on the chin.
It's different. I like to, because I love comedy. I love stand-up comedy. I don't think I'll ever try it maybe in my fucking older years, but like, I'm just a big comedy fan, and that's talked about a lot, bombing, because they get that a lot. Like, that art is, they get the biggest bombs. Field. Yeah, the biggest bombs. Do you think you could ever do it?
No way.
Do you ever find yourself
not funny enough?
No, you don't think you're funny enough? I bet you could be pretty good, bro. I don't know. It's a different thing. It's a completely different thing. But I do, I get a good vibe from you. So I feel like, you could kind of tackle anything you really wanted to. But yeah, it's going back to bombing. It's different for some people sometimes.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like you don't, because I've performed a few times, and like, you don't really realize you're bombing until after. Has that ever been the case too, or like has it always been like uh-oh?
Like as soon as you read the crowd. I wouldn't say it's necessarily like it's after the performance where you're like, fuck, I should have done better.
Yeah, that's like, where it like sets
I could have. Yeah, so I would say the realization of it, but you sense it during the performance for sure. Like, and but man, those are the best moments though, because it's like you said it earlier, a lot of people quit on themselves at that point because they're just like, screw this, like, or they're just that ego, like they think, I'm so much better than that they just get negative about things, and they're like, nobody cares about my music but I do, so screw you guys who don't care. And it's like, that's such a bad attitude to have.
It is.
Oh my God. But
or like someone that gets mad at the crowd.
Yeah.
Like
you can't
during their performance or something.
Exactly. Or you can't learn from, because it's a mistake, but it's like those cutting your teeth moments are like what help you become great. So it's you got to, like you said earlier, you just take it on the chin and regroup after it. And I guarantee you it won't be the last time you bomb, or, like I've been lucky to just, it took me a long time to learn the songs that people want to hear. And it's not necessarily about what you want to hear when you're starting, when you, like, I'm starting to be able to play my own songs now because people actually or they appreciate me as an artist. So now my songs are starting to take over. So, but it takes time to get there.
It does.
So,
and especially every genre is a little different and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And that's probably how it is for like all country, any instrument driven kind of genre. Like, it is kind of like that, man. People want to hear, like you said, they want to hear what they want to hear. And if they're not hearing it, they're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
So like on the positive note of bombing, like how was that award show? Like walk us through that.
Oh yeah. So like it was pretty cool. I mean, I'm going to be posting a video. I hired a production crew to like video the whole thing from start to finish, from when I got there to the end. And so it's pretty cool. It was a very like amazing experience. I learned a lot. Like that was the first kind of event that I've ever been to where I had to dress up like that.
You're looking spiffy, dude.
Thank you.
In the pics.
So like it was kind of a weird
hair down, dude.
It was weird, dude. I was just like, you try to be professional. Everybody's like dressed to the nines. Like there's red carpet. So it was kind of crazy. And then, as far as just sitting, it was a long show. It was 3 hours. Like a lot of people performed and it was cool. But at the same time, I sat there and was like, man, I'm a player in this game, man. Like this is supposed to be the best in the 10-state region. And I'm like, I think they're all great. They're all great.
Award there too.
Right. But like, I just think that, what I'm going to be putting out and stuff, it's going to stand out, I guess is the right way to say it. But it's just, and then the feedback after I got to perform, I was super confident. I was just like, yes, this is a moment I've been waiting for. Like, I love big moments like that, playing in, a sold out concert hall. on a big stage with a big production going on. Like, I know my voice is good enough to compete against a lot of these guys. I've just been told it by too many people to not believe in my vocal ability. And like, you know, I just believed in myself, and I was like, this is a moment that I want, and I want to show out to the best in the business. There's a bunch of radio heads here, like, you know, so it's like, you gotta be ready to roll, you know, and I'm a big preparation dude, so I didn't go into it unprepared at all. Like, I had everything ready to go, and performed, like, got such a good, you know, response. And then right after I performed, we walked backstage, got changed, and then as soon as I came out, they were doing Fan Army Award. And so I was also a nominee for New Artist of the Year. And I lost that one to this guy named Frank Ray, which he's pretty big in the country industry right now. So like,
fuck you, Frank Ray.
but yeah, he actually just played the Opry, which is the Grand Ole Opry, about 3 months ago, which is, you know, that's a big deal. And, you know, and I would say, like, I was still proud of it, because it's like a lot of those dudes have been in the game for like 10 years, and, you know, they're just now getting into the new artist stuff and like getting songs out. And I'm like, I've been doing this for less than 2 years, and I'm right there, and I have no songs out whatsoever. So yeah, I've broken a lot of barriers. So I was proud just to be a nominee. And then, you know, and like, it was kind of awesome because I got the biggest cheer when they said my name. Like, Frank Ray didn't get any cheer at all. Like, it was pretty cool. So then
that speaks volume.
Oh yeah. And then, like, so when Fan Army Award rolled around, like, I was like, man, I think I can, you know, I need to sit here because I think I have a chance at this. It's slim, you know, there's bigger guys here. I think they have a bigger following. But I sat there with my fans, you know, I knew that they would show out for me. Like, and that's where I sit and look at other guys' fans. They might have more as far as what a look goes, and they might get more likes than me. But I was like, my fans will actually take the time to vote for this. And that's the only fan voted award. And yeah, sure enough, we won it. And he actually broke the fan voting record all time for the show. Like, so that was awesome. So like, got a standing ovation. Everybody was just like freaking out. And then it was awesome because like the bigger artists that won some of the big awards that evening, they like made their way to come talk to me, and they were like, man, like, you're legit, dude. And I'm like, this is awesome. So it was awesome. I got so many like opportunities from that. This lady from Napa freaking Valley, California, she has this event called Live in the Vineyard. She's just a really rich lady that kind of brings in other rich folks, and it's kind of a private like backyard event, but she actually like has enough money to make it like a production. Damn, but it's basically, imagine a campfire crowd, but like George Strait playing. Damn. You know what I mean? Dude, so it's pretty crazy. That's fucking sick. So I'm waiting on that, and then I got a lot of offers to play a couple of like country fests in the region and stuff.
Wow. Damn, so it's good. That's so sick, bro.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
Huge growth. Fast.
Very fast.
I mean, you deserve it.
Thank you.
When are we gonna get a Cody Cozz on The Voice, American Idol, so America's Best? You know what I mean? Yeah. All that shit.
Well, to be honest, I don't think now I can. I don't think
because you're all
right. So like, I think that has passed.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I did try out for American Idol.
Okay, I suck.
About 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And I kind of was forced into it by my ex-girlfriend, which is funny because I kind of like, she didn't support my music, but for some reason she wanted me to do American Idol. And I think honestly it was because, as weird as it sounds, like, I think she knew that I was good, but she just didn't want me to pursue it because it would give me a lot of attention, which look at what happened after the fact. So I think that was more than anything why she didn't want me to succeed in it. But she did if it got me like TV time, or like, you know what I mean? She could live off of that, you know what I mean? But she was going to be able to divert that attention to her, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of got forced into it, and you know, at that time I was so nervous, like just, you know, I was dealing with her, like I said, low key behind the scenes. She was like not supportive of my music, didn't think that I had a good voice, thought all my songs sounded the same. So my confidence level singing was really low, but for some reason she wanted me to do that. So I was like, well, shit, you know, I guess I got to do it.
Yeah.
So then I did it. Like I ended up making it. So it's a lot different than what it looks like on TV. There's like 3 rounds that you have to go through before you actually get to the Hollywood vote. Mm-hmm. So I made it through till the end and was like, man, okay. You know,
you're like, I'm sailing through these.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. So I get through and then it's nothing like what the TV judges are not there. Like it's just some random people.
Simon Cowell?
Yeah. It was just some random producers and like people that were big in the music. And like there was a dude that was like in the rap game dressed in all red, like the biggest clothes I've ever seen on a little guy. Like,
God damn it.
And then there was like this girl, and then there was like, you know, another dude who, you know, just looked like a hipster, but was probably some producer. And
what? That's so weird.
It was so strange. Like when I walked in, I was expecting to see them, and I was like, who the fuck are you guys? Like, truly, I was like, I don't even know who you are. So I sing my song completely with my eyes closed, just nervous as can be. And
didn't want to look at them.
Not at all. And I couldn't. Like I literally could not force myself to open my eyes. I just had that like it took me a minute, even after I started singing all the time, to open my eyes. It was actually a song that a good friend of ours that I know, my dad knew him a lot longer than I did, but his name is Jason Merritt, and the song was called Mad Married Circle. And it was kind of just like I thought it was a great song to do because it was one that nobody would play. Like everybody there wanted to sing Celine Dion or Whitney Houston. Yeah. So like they all sang the same shit literally. And I was like, I think this is the song that I want to do, you know? And each round, everybody was like, man, that's a good jam. Nobody has heard of it because it's just like not even like
it's not on the radar.
No. And I'll show it to you guys. At some point or during this, I'll pull it up on YouTube, but it's a great song and I kind of made it my own a little bit. But I got to the end and that was kind of the similar thing. Like the guy that was the hipster dude, he's like, man, you know, you have the vocal ability, your guitar playing is pretty good, but you got no confidence. So then the girl was like, do you play often? I said, not at all. Like, this is the first time I've done anything in front. She's like, well, I can tell. She's like, you need to come back. I guarantee you'll get through, but you need to play and build up some stage presence. So I actually like remembered that. And I like my confidence leaving there was like, holy crap. Like I about made it on American Idol. You know what I mean? So I was just like, there. Yeah. And like, and there's no doubt, like some of the people that made it on, super charismatic, just, you know, they would deserve to make it on. And
what year was this?
Probably 2 or 3 years ago. I'd say it was like 2020, 2019, probably. Damn. So it's been a minute.
I thought you were about to say like the fucking, like the, not David Guetta. Who was like the guy that won America's Got Talent or American Idol that like really blew up? David. No one knows. Christina Aguilera was like one of them, right?
No.
Christina
Aguilera has been famous for years.
No, deadass. She won America's Got Talent, or no, America's Idol.
You thinking of Carrie Underwood?
Carrie Underwood. Yeah.
That's a completely different person, dog.
Yo, C's. But,
he said C's. All right. I'm sorry.
I thought you were gonna say like you were competing on their year. I was like, wow.
No, that was like 06. I know. I was like 4.
He was all playing a
chill
like,
on that,
toy
chill
guitar.
on that bud, man.
Yeah. I know Carrie Underwood was so long ago. She's been like relevant for like fucking 10 years.
She's like winning Entertainer of the Year for the CMAs, like nationally.
God damn it, Deryk.
Yo, Rocky Mountain Blaze. Shout out, y'all.
That's funny.
Oh, fuck. But, that's cool though, bro. I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's badass.
So like, I kind of left that. I was like, man, I don't care what you say, chick. Like, I was like, these judges like thought I could do it, you know. So I left there, and I was like, maybe I should pursue music. So it's kind of funny because I haven't actually talked about that part of my music journey. But after leaving that was what actually got me to be like, man, I think I want to play. And that led me to the conversation that I talked about on the first podcast of I was talking to her about it on the car ride and she was like, I really don't care. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I think you might remember me telling you that.
I definitely do. And I was like, that bitch fucked up.
So now, but I just was like, followed my heart after it was over, and I was like, I knew I wanted to kind of do music at that point anyway. So
almost making it to American Idol without ever performing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Fucking huge, dog.
Just, like sit in those shoes for like the confidence thing. I mean, it would give anybody so much confidence. So
that's fucking huge. And now if you went back this year, right now,
I think I'd make it bar none. And I think I'd go super far.
When I was watching you at the Chili for Holy Festival, I was like, man, why the fuck isn't this guy somewhere? I was like, why is he right here at this little festival now, man, in our hometown? He needs to be on. Like, I literally thought that because I even told my sister, I was like, she was the one who took us there because we were at the two tents at the Chili for Holy Festival. We're at the one on the opposite end, and we walked to you, and you were already performing.
Right.
And I was like, man, like I know him, like, and I don't know if you know her or any. I'm Krista's older brother, Krista Gallegos, and she knows like Ashley Lipich and like that.
Yeah.
That
I know who that is. Yeah.
So
this guy just name dropped his sister.
Is that?
I'm just kidding.
I mean, buy some tumblers for my sister. Kay's Twisted. I forgot.
Kay's Twisted Tumblers.
Is it Twisted? Okay. I love you, Krista.
I can't believe you got that out.
Yeah.
At your state right now.
What the fuck? I'm not that high. I'm not that high, Cody.
Call him out.
I'm not that high.
You're still hungover from last night, and it's been like 18 hours.
No, I'm not hungover. I haven't been hungover since I texted you. I was like, I just woke up. I slept my hangover off. It's just, I woke up perfectly fine and ate some tacos.
From where?
Tacos Navarro.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. They actually like keep him surviving. Not gonna front.
It's true. They hook it up with the great tacos.
They are fire.
See what I did there, Tacos Navarro.
But yeah, bro, you have that talent that you could definitely be on any of those shows. Like, and then reeling back to you can't really do those anymore. Like, were you told that? Like, how does that all work? I don't.
To be honest, I just think like
because you're a signed artist, they don't allow signed artists. Like,
no, I just think it would for me. This might sound super cocky, but I really believe it would be a step back for me.
I see you.
Just because I'm making it a different way.
You are.
And I'm like, if I were to just stop that, I feel like it would be stupid of me to do.
Yeah, okay. Because you're on this path and you're carving it already. Yeah. Why would you go back on the path and try and carve that path again? That makes
completely
so much sense.
Start over and then like...
Yeah, okay.
If you don't make it like what I expect, I'm just like, man. And then if you do make it, look at how much time you're taking off from playing shows. Like, yeah, you're on national TV, but how many people can you name, besides Carrie Underwood or Kelly Clarkson or...
exactly.
Christina Aguilera.
You're so right. All of these new generation ones.
I can't even think of it. I don't even know who won last year's American Idol.
Same. I guess it's just he was on American Idol. He won American. Like, it's just. I guess it's I don't know.
Yeah.
I grew up in that kind of. So it's like that Good Singer on the Good Singer show. Like, I guess it just kind of.
Well, and two, the other thing that they're kind of fake. To believe it or not. So like you have to fill out like this paperwork that's
I believe it.
And it's like, how many followers do you have on your stuff?
What?
Well, because they want viewers. So it's like if you have like a freaking dude that's like on TikTok that's got 1 million followers and a nice content folder, those people are going to follow his journey. They're going to watch every week. But they also ask you about like what hardships have you experienced in your life?
Because it's a story.
Right. And it's funny too because there was this old show and I asked Craig about that actually. So it's funny too that you bring that up, the whole like award or like the singing show thing. So right when do you guys know who Luke Bryan is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Craig was actually his
He's a heartthrob.
Yeah. Shakes his booty like girls go crazy.
Wait, he's dating Katy Perry. Or they have a child.
Luke Bryan?
Fuck, I'm fucking up.
Dude, what are you doing?
I don't know my country shit like I think I do.
I know Brian.
That's Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton's dating Katy Perry. Fuck.
No, it's Gwen Stefani.
Fuck.
God dang it, dude.
God.
What the hell?
Fuck.
Give me that shit back.
I just need to rush up on my country fucking topics, bro.
So, but yeah, like Craig actually talked to me about the singing, the singing stuff, and he was the keyboard player for Luke Bryan for a while. That was how he like got into the know-it-all, and then Luke Bryan made him leave because he was too good. He was like, you need to be doing your own thing.
That makes sense.
He's like, you're too good to be wasting time in my band. So
that's pretty tight.
yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Best probably advice that he could have ever
I was about
gotten.
to say that's like that's a gem that like hurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like what? Like,
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
So then, like the guy from Big and Rich, I can't, for some reason I'm spacing his name, and it's literally, I just said their last name, so I can't think of his first name. But anyway, so he was a guy that there was this old singing show that was similar to American Idol called Country Star. And Craig was hitting it like on the Broadway scene. Like that's how he got noticed, was on the Broadway scene. And then, so he actually got approached to be on Country Star, and that's kind of what they do still. They like approach people and they're like, hey, you're really talented, you're really big, we think you're going to win this thing, like, can you come be on the show? So like they still do that. It's all a little bit fixed in a way.
It's like, yeah.
So right.
It's weird.
So like they actually approached him and was like, and they told him like, yeah, you'll probably win and whatever.
What?
So he goes on the show and he's like, to that point, basically, I mean, he made it to pretty deep in the rounds, and then out of nowhere he gets kicked off the show, and he kind of is like, what the fuck? Like, you guys literally told me. So then they were like, well, the viewers wanted this war vet that like lost his leg. So they literally kicked him off the show for this other dude's story because it was bringing more views. And then Craig says, and then like I said, because I asked him that when we were riding in his truck, and he goes, and so that's why I don't believe in those shows anymore, because they're just not real. So not like they used to be.
Yeah.
Not in like the Carrie Underwood era.
It started as a genuine thing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like it, you know, it started out different, but it does. I didn't really think about that shit when I was asking that. You know what I mean? You don't think about that because it's seen a different way from the other side of the screen. But when you're in it and doing that, that makes so much sense, bro. It's all about viewership because they need to cling on to that type of shit to stay relevant and stay around.
And what's the viewership bring? Cash, money. And so it's always resulting back to that at the end of the day. But so yeah, that's why I think it would be a step back for me, actually.
So you would say to a new artist, maybe kind of stay away from those shows, or
I would not necessarily stay away.
Carve your own path, kind of.
Yeah, like if that's what you think's gonna work, and you're great, and you have a good following, and
you have that gimmick that they're looking for.
And if you're like super talented, and that's the only way, you know, like think of it. Like my situation is so rare that I just met the right people at the right time. And that's how it works. Like these people that you see that make it knew the ends, you know? So but other than that, that is super rare. So I feel like it's not necessarily that it's not necessarily that it's not a good thing, because it's still giving you views. It's still letting people know who you are. You know, you're going to grow a shit ton of following from those shows.
Definitely.
But, you know, there's millions of people across the country that try out for it. So it's tough.
So true.
It's a tough, and that's just in general. Music's tough in general because everybody, you know, has a talent. But I don't know. I mean, I guess it just, like you said, carve your own path. If that's the way you feel like you're going to do it, and you do it that way, kudos to you. Everybody's got their own path of success. You know, there's a lot of ways to make it.
Spitting facts, dude.
Hell yeah.
Spitting fucking facts. And I feel like there's probably a lot of singers out there that are like, I want to, like, they see those shows and they're like, I need to do that. You know?
Like, I can't even tell you the amount of people prior to me singing, like, that knew I could sing, but I wasn't out there with it, or even after I started singing, but before I got picked up, it was like, yo, my God, you should go on The Voice. You should go on American Idol. Like, that's definitely an option. I mean, it's still an option, and it's still something that people are like you just said. I mean, you know, go on. Like, if you can sing or you're talented, the first thing people that actually support you will say is, you need to be on The Voice. You need to be on American Idol. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I mean, look at my ass. I said that shit.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
So cliche.
It is. It is. I wonder, like, that's so crazy. You don't think about it like that until, like, it's, like, laid out like that. That's so crazy. It's true, though.
Yeah.
It's 100% true here.
Yeah, it's like whenever you see anyone breakdancing, you're like, oh, like the Jabberwockies.
You know?
Like, that's
true. Oh, wow. That's fucking crazy. What are your thoughts on, like, streaming platforms and shit? Because I know I mean, everybody that's done music knows, like, if we were back in the day, it would be different than putting your song out on, like, a streaming platform and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about that? Would you rather sell your own records like it would be back in the day if you could? Or, like, are you just like, streaming platforms, like, I have to do it, whatever?
That's where today's day and age is. Yeah. I mean, there are still people that like the CDs and the vinyls. So those still get made. But that's not... the streaming stuff is where it is. It's just the times. I think the coolest thing about it is, like, you can be an independent artist, and it's no longer like, I think iTunes used to be controlled by the labels, and then they opened it up for everybody to use. Okay. It's like, I know there's a lot of different ones like SoundCloud and Spotify, Apple Music, like there's a ton of different things. But I think the cool thing about them, the streaming service, is that it's opened up for everybody. And, like, you know, kind of going back to the social media thing and the TikTok thing, if you can pop a freaking, you know, million followers on TikTok and you're getting 20,000 streams a day, you know, on your doing it independently, like, that's going to get noticed by the labels like clockwork. I mean, they see that shit. They look at that every day. I mean, they're like, what's relevant? What do we need to put out on the radio this month? Like, so, I mean, that's what's cool about that, is that it's changed the game when it comes to music, I think. Yes. You know, like you said too, it's not like it used to be where you have to send, you know, a clip of your stuff to a label, or, you know, and if you were to try to do that now, I don't even think that exists, to be honest. I genuinely don't even think that exists that way anymore. Because, like, as far as the Broadway playing scene goes in Nashville, they don't even go out on the town. These producers and label executives that used to go find artists on Broadway, they don't even do that anymore. Rare. It's so rare. So it's like, media now. It is the social media thing. It's like, would I rather pick this guy who has 2,000 people but is amazing, or this, like, kind of mediocre guy that's got 20 mil? Yeah, you know, easy pick. And that's why you look at some of these artists and you're like, Jesus, they suck at singing, or they suck at their whatever raps. They're doing. Yeah, you're like, I'm way better than that. It's literally comes down to who they knew and their followers.
That's so crazy. Damn. And all that being said, so you'd probably say, if you ain't got a following, you're being an artist,
start there.
You gotta start there.
Yeah, and there's a right. Like, I think there's carve your own path. I like the old school way of playing shows, meeting people, getting a connection with your fan base, as opposed to the TikTok thing. But it's equally as important now. And, like, you're still not going to do anything if you don't have that social following. So that also comes into play. But I think that you get more real followers and loyal followers when you're meeting them and you're just asking people to follow you. Like I did that last night at my show. I was like, right at the end, I always plug my socials. Like, go give me a follow. It helps me out at Cody Cozz Music. That's on all my platforms. Like, I woke up this morning, 65 new followers on Instagram, which is a lot.
That's a lot, yeah. So fuck yeah. I wouldn't know what to do if I got that shit. That's just crazy, bro. Fuck yeah. That's important. And I want to touch on that a little bit too. A lot of people that get on stage, at least for me when I'm doing like local showcases and, you know, people coming up, all that, they forget to shout themselves out. Literally. They do this killer set and then they forget to connect with the crowd and actually tell them who they are. Mm-hmm. That's a big thing. That's a big thing, guys. Like, if anybody out there that's performing, man, you guys got to remember to tell the crowd who you are.
Yeah. So there's so many, like there was quite a few shows that I forgot to even introduce who I was when I first started. And I think it's a normal thing because it's just like, yeah,
like you're just like, all right, I'm ready to play.
Right.
Like,
but yeah, that's number one. And like, for those listening and that'll watch this, like that's number one, you know, and like I have it structured into my set list now where I play 2 like really upbeat banger songs to start that just, you know, people just want to get engaged. And then like by that 3rd song or whatever, you know, you have to take a second to be like, thank you for coming. You guys are rock. Like, are you ready to party? My name's Cody Cozz. You know, It's pretty simple. And then you kind of plug a original, you know, like, so at least that's the way I do it.
That's how you do it, bro.
Damn.
Everybody has their own ways of doing it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's been a great fucking pod, man. You got any more questions, bro?
I got one interesting one to kind of end us with. So I don't know if you've asked to pick your dream collab, a dream collab that you can make a song with anybody, but I want you to pick a dream collab, but then they hate you after that. And they want nothing to do with you after that. They want nothing to do with you after that. They don't fucking like you. If they see you again, they're gonna fucking try and spit in your face. Like they don't fucking like
Get
you.
extra.
It's a good question, bro, because you can make music with anybody you fucking want, but they're just gonna fucking hate you after.
See, I was going to say Morgan Wallen,
Oh, shout out.
but I'm not because his following would, if Morgan hated me,
Dismantle you.
his following would, crumble your career because he has extremely loyal fans. So I won't pick him, but I want to collab with him.
Okay,
But
that's a
I want to
notable.
be, I want to be on the good side of that.
Honorable mention. It's a hard question.
That is a hard question.
Because it's like a double-edged sword, man. You're like, man, I like this, but
I know.
we got to never talk again.
Sheesh. That is good. I'm like going
Right?
through all the artists that I'm thinking.
And you guys won't be on terms to where the song's not going to ever be out.
Right,
The
the
song's
song
out.
goes out.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
People love it. Like, it's a you know?
But is he open with his beef? He has to be.
He has to be open with the beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to be open with the beef.
And he could be cordial about it. He could be like, man, fuck that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not want to like beat your ass on sight or something. Like he could be cordial about it. You know, depends where you guys are at. Depends what you're wearing or something. It's a hard one, dude. I just thought of that just now too. It's a pretty good question.
Man, I'm going to have to go with this dude named Parker McCollum.
Parker McCollum.
Yeah, he's a Texas artist, but he just won New Artist of the Year for the CMA or the ACMs. That's going on to that actual show is tomorrow, which
Nice.
I definitely am going to watch that because you kind of have to, you know. But he just won. They do early announcements for those ones, so he won that. But I think that he would be the guy because he's popping
Right now.
super popular. It would be a song that's like one and done for me. I'm like, okay, I got it with him. It's going to help me. But if I have to leave it alone after that, it's okay. Like
You're like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I love that question. I should
That's a
remember
good
that.
ass question.
It is, right? Yeah.
I have
just
a
thought it was-
question.
Go
Does
ahead.
that gumball machine really work?
It will try to dispense
With
you a gumball, but it will like tear it up and like it'll be all fucking crumbled and shit after it comes out of there.
Dang. So it doesn't.
No.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't
no.
work.
I know. I was like, yo, throw me a gumball. He's all, nah. And I was
You
like,
don't, you
oh.
don't want it after it's been through that thing.
Yeah, it like chews it up.
He's like, I'll take it out the top for you.
Yeah, it could take it at the top. Do you want a gumball?
After the show.
Nice.
Same. Honestly, they're off.
What
they're
what
fire.
color?
Ooh.
Give me that pink.
Hard hitting.
Pink.
Hard hitting questions.
Pink gumballs. All right, guys. Fucking, you guys want to shout yourselves out before we fucking call
I think
this
he should
shit?
lay out what he's got up next.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going back to Nashville Wednesday. I got a couple things to do down there, and then hopefully by probably next month we'll have the radio tour done,
Nice.
or like planned, I should say. And then Just some shows. I have, another show coming up April 16th back at the Boot Barn Hall. And then I'm pretty sure I'll probably land a Grizzly Rose show here soon, which we talked about, but I won't, until that's final, I won't put that out just in case. Gotcha. But yeah, then a lot of the bigger stuff that's coming up is more so coming up in the summer, just waiting for the Country Fest to roll around. So,
there you go,
doing
man.
that, but
fuck yeah, dude. You guys know where to find the man. Don't forget to buy tickets for his shows, yo.
Please. Yep. Always helps me out.
Hell yeah, bro.
The April 16th show, who's that for?
Jared Neiman.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
He's pretty good. He's actually a good friend he's like one of Craig's best friends, Craig Campbell. Check out Jared's music. It's really good. A lot of you guys will probably know his stuff, but he's a good friend of mine too. And so I really wanted to get that show, so I'm glad I was able to get it. But
let's go, dude. You're going to keep nailing these shows, bro.
Definitely.
Fuck yeah, I can't wait to see where you're at a year from now.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Me too.
Fuck, dude.
Me too.
Cody Cozz 3 coming up.
Hey, Cody Cozz 3, man. We got to do it again.
Yeah, definitely. Love being with you guys. So
we need you on a show, bro. We're just fucking
bullshitting. Where we're just bullshitting, drinking a little more, fucking talking about fucking random shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fun time.
Yeah.
But a lot more smoke in the air.
Man, I'm like feeling it on my back of my throat right now. Smoke's burning.
We could blame Deryk for that one.
Yeah. That's hilarious. All right. Anything else that you need to get off your chest before we...
I don't think so, man. I asked the gumball question.
You was thinking about that.
Yeah, I think my advice next time is to come ready to play for you.
Ooh.
So that way you're not hungover. You need to be able to drink at those concerts and be okay.
Yeah.
If you're gonna hang with me, you gotta be able to hang.
Low key, if I wasn't driving, I probably would have went harder. I could probably go like 2.5 more beers. That's it.
2.5. 4 beers is all, guys. 4 beers.
Come on, dog.
Bro.
How were you feeling our last interview when you drank that whiskey?
Definitely hungover as fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
He told us, he was like, bro, Cody can drink.
That was one glass, dude. I had like a big ass glass of whiskey water. I think I had 2.
I don't even know.
Killed the bottle. What are you talking about?
I was there. I was there in presence.
What's your favorite whiskey?
I like Crown, but I like a good bourbon. What was the one that one right
Legacy?
there, right? Yeah.
I don't think it was that one.
No?
It was a different brand.
Did you guys finish it?
Oh, yeah. We go through
Yeah, whatever that one was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was really
only
good.
available at Big Bear.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know I forgot the name, low key. Sorry.
Oh,
but
there goes that plug.
But
it's all good.
They have a bunch of brands only available at Big Bear.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Good to know. Hell yeah, guys. Well, you guys know who it is. Rick G. Check the links below. Don't forget to follow the mans. Follow me. Follow Deryk, And that's pretty much it, guys. It's been a fucking fire interview.
Absolutely.
Dude. Seriously.
Hell yeah.
Always fun being here.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Sweet.
Appreciate your time, bro. All right, guys. It's been Street Champs. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, all that shit. Peace.